Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to your Fast Track to 7 a.m. here on the Valley today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ashlyn Hill.
And I'm Alex Larson. New for you this morning, a man was arrested for burglary at Muscatel Subaru in Moorhead overnight.
Moorhead PD and the Clay County Sheriff's Office both responding. Police say 29-year-old Destin Jefferson was arrested and then booked into the Clay County Jail on fourth-degree burglary charges.
Police had not released any additional information regarding his arrest, but we will be sure to update you as we learn more.
Also new this morning, a 32-year-old Horace man arrested for a drug-related DUI after launching his car off a dirt pile yesterday afternoon.
Highway Patrol says Jordan Wickman was heading southbound on I-29 when he cut across all southbound lanes, continuing into the ditch through a DOT fence and then driving across 38th Street South.
Authorities say Wickman continued driving and sideswiped a tree, eventually ended up in a parking lot and then a field. That's where he launched his vehicle off of the dirt pile. He was taken to Essentia and then arrested. The trial of Spencer Moen is set to continue this afternoon. He is accused of killing his wife Sonia last year.
On Friday, prosecutors called medical experts to talk about what they first saw on scene on August 10th, 2023, as well as explaining the autopsy report.
Prosecutors also calling a Mapleton couple to the witness stand who provided police with camera footage of what might have been the last time that Spencer and Sonia Moen were seen together.
Prosecutors are expected to call more witnesses to the stand today.
This morning, U.S. officials expressing concern about a potentially major security breach. Two alleged U.S. intelligence documents about Israel's plans to attack Iran were published online.
Meanwhile, Israel is carrying out a new round of attacks against Hezbollah in Lebanon with a very specific focus. Jared Hill's got more.
Sunday night, explosions just outside of an international airport in Beirut, Lebanon. Israel's attacks on the city, part of a new targeted effort to blow up a significant financial operation that funds the Hezbollah militant group. Israeli officials issued evacuation warnings ahead of what they described as attacks on a large number of targets overnight. Over the weekend, thousands crossed the border into Syria on foot after Israeli bombs blew up the road out. Inside Lebanon, displaced people are living on the street. Ahmed Soufan runs a displacement center in Beirut, helping just under 3,000 people. We've reached our capacity and are already struggling, he says. In Gaza, Israel has ramped up its attacks since killing Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar last week. The organization says his death has not changed their policy on a possible ceasefire or hostage release. Hamas's deputy chief saying the hostages will not return to you until Israel stops its war and totally withdraws from Gaza. Back in the U.S., officials are investigating the leak of top-secret documents describing Israel's plans to retaliate against Iran's massive missile attack on October 1st. The documents surfacing on the online message app Telegram from an account which has a history of posting pro-Iran content. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Meanwhile, CBS News has not verified the authenticity of those documents, and President Biden has not yet commented.
Turning our attention to the forecast now, another relatively nice day before the fall temperatures come back.
And for the details on what's to come on our Monday morning, we're chatting with meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, it's going to be beautiful out there today. And then, yeah, we've got some changes ahead. It starts tomorrow with our next system moving in. And that's our next chance for rain this week. Tomorrow night, or I should say overnight tonight and into tomorrow, we've got that chance for some rain. It's a low end chance, especially in the southern valley. Chances are greater the farther north you are with this system moving through, but isolated to scattered showers tomorrow. A break on Wednesday and then Thursday again. Lower chance, but still some spotty showers possible this week. So getting slightly more active in the forecast, even if we're not seeing a major round of rain moving through. For Fargo this morning, it's nice and quiet out there. It's 46 degrees. Moorhead a little warmer at the airport there at 52. The air is calm. Visibility looks good. Sunrise, seeing it starting up in the background here of our graphic, but it really doesn't rise now till closer to 8 a.m. as we get further into the fall season. You can see some hints of that light, though there are some clouds drifting through as well. Fargo's at 46 again. Grand Forks checking in at 41. Roseau, a chillier 36 degrees. 30s right now, and Bemidji's at 38. And there are some places in Lakes Country that are more into the 50s. Detroit Lake's almost there at 48 degrees here to start off. So most of us are clear in the north. In the south, we are seeing some clouds drifting through, and we'll have clouds off and on, but mainly mostly sunny to partly cloudy today. Morning hours, the kids may need the jacket out at the bus stop, but in the afternoon, look how great we're going to be. We're looking at some 70s coming up here around 3 p.m. in that 75-degree range, and our high today, 77, coming up in the forecast. So beautiful. After that, we return to reality. We're looking at some 60s tomorrow with that rain chance, and we'll be tracking that for you throughout the day. Make sure you tune back in our newscast throughout the day, and of course the VNL weather app for the latest on our rain chances. You can see we're more into the 50s and 60s through the rest of the week.
All right, we're soaking up the sun today, though, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. It should be beautiful and nice and comfortable outside as well.
You got it. Thank you, Lisa. Last Friday was National Mammogram Day, an X-ray screening test used to identify breast cancers in women.
The Valley Today's Tatum Miller sharing the story of one survivor that says Breast Cancer Awareness Month should be changed to Breast Cancer Action Month.
I was very physically fit and just, living your typical 36-year-old life, and everything changed in a week and a half.
For Carrie Gortmaker, October is a reminder of what she's lost.
I lost my strength in so many ways, like not just physical strength, but my mental strength.
But also a time to advocate for what saved her life.
I was very fortunate to catch it as early as we did.
What changed everything? A mammogram, an ultrasound the next day, and eventually a biopsy.
My biopsy was on Monday, and by Friday I had results that I had breast cancer.
In October, the color pink paints billboards and buttons, tied with an all-too-familiar ribbon for breast cancer awareness. But it was July 16th when Carrie picked up the phone and found out that she had stage 1B breast cancer.
I think every month is awareness.
This campaign is not defined by the month or the color, but by the opportunity of education.
There's no class on, if you ever get diagnosed with cancer, here's what you need to do. We all know if we get a cold, we go get cold medicine. What do you do when you get cancer?
1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. The problem, not awareness, but action.
If you're of average risk, you should start screening mammograms at 40 years old and get them every year.
But at 36, Carrie had no reason to get tested. With no family history and no BRCA gene, a mammogram was the last thing on her to-do list.
We all think cancer is our grandparents or an older generation that's getting diagnosed. But again, I was in my 30s and diagnosed.
Dr. Allison Clapp, Sanford's lead interpreting physician of mammography, says they've been seeing younger and younger breast cancers.
We recommend that you do a formal risk assessment on all women between the age of 25 and 40. So you do know, are you average risk and start at 40, or should you be starting sooner?
Unfortunately now,
there's truly no too young of age.
Dr. Clapp says this whole process takes about 15 minutes.
And they take 2 views of each breast that are standard. And so they do one where they come from top and bottom, and then they turn it to the side, and that gets the side view of the breast.
After your first mammogram, she says a yearly screening is all you need.
Take the 10 minutes out of your day and get it done.
Carrie took her last chemo pill on August 2nd, 2022. And if there's one piece of advice she would give to young women, it's to become aware this month, but take action every day.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's October, so I'm going to get my mammogram. But go get a mammogram in January.
In Fargo, Tatum Miller for Valley News Live.
So now Carrie is on the board of a nonprofit group, Rebuild a Bee, that provides scholarships to women with cancer for mental health coaching.
The next step, she says, though, is to expand the organization to provide intimacy coaching, pelvic floor therapy, and cancer dietitians.
And check this out, over the weekend, KVLY bringing home an Upper Midwest Regional Emmy Award for Rides by Jay Thomas in Magazine Program category.
Woohoo! KVOY also nominated for First Alert Severe Weather Coverage and Best Evening Newscast. Congratulations to all involved.
And we're excited to tell you about our latest VNL Cares campaign. This time around, we're teaming up with Gigi's Playhouse, a nonprofit dedicated to changing the way the world views Down syndrome.
And this week, we are telling you more about a first for Gigi's, their On the Go program.
The first Gigi's On the Go is going to be in Oaks, North Dakota, this coming Saturday, the 26th. The free programs expand access to essential resources and equip educators, professionals, and community members with the tools to create inclusive environments, fostering a culture of acceptance and inclusion across the state of North Dakota.
One of those kids impacted is Max, who has been coming to Gigi's for years and whose hometown is Oaks. The free programs kick off with the first session, All About Me. It includes fun-filled, engaging activities like sensory play, fine and gross motor skills development, and social skills enhancement, as well as making those family connections.
Again, this is happening on Saturday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. at Growing Small Towns. That QR code up on your screen on that flyer, if you scan that, that's going to have all the details you need to know.
Perfect. And if you would like to, you can donate now, supporting programs just like this by scanning this new QR code on your screen, or you can head on over to our website, valleynewslive.com. Well, it was a big weekend for scary movie sequels at the domestic box office. Smile 2 debuting at the top with $23 million, while Terrifier 3 was third with $9.3 million.
Family friendly, The Wild Robot split the two at second, pulling in over $10 million.
Nice. Well, thank you all so much for waking up and joining us here on the Valley today.
We'll see you back here tomorrow.